Welcome to Introduction to Statistics for the Behavioral Sciences. Throughout this semester, we'll be covering a lot of concepts in statistics. We'll be starting with some fairly simple concepts that you probably learned in junior high or high school, and we'll work our way up to college level statistic applications. Statistics is a big, fancy, scary word, but it really just means organizing data. That's what it is. We put the data into tables, we make graphs, we calculate what the middle values are, we calculate how much those variables vary, and then we like to compare data sets. We compare a control group to an experimental group to try to see if a drug we're testing is effective on whatever disorder we're working on. That's how scientists use statistics. Now, some of you may have a bit of a math anxiety coming in. It's very common. Please come and see me if you need help. Read the lectures over multiple times. These videos I'm making hopefully will help you. You can play these multiple times, but we should be able to get you through this. This is not very difficult mathematics. We're going to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We square things and we take the square root of things. That's it. Actually, the scientific concepts are usually a little more tricky for students, but we'll talk about that as the semester moves along. Use the book as best you can. You should read the chapters, but of course, I have the outlines of all the chapters and additions to the chapters all in my lecture notes. The practice questions at the back of the book will be helpful to use those to practice. So please purchase the book, share the book, rent the book, do whatever you have to do, but you should use it. Statistics is cumulative, so if you fall behind early, it could hurt you later. Please try to make friends as quick as possible, get in study groups, and practice helps. There's no secret to this class. I'm going to pretty much tell you what questions are going to be on the tests. First test, I'm going to tell you you're going to have to calculate a standard deviation. I'm going to give you 20 numbers. You should know how to do it by the time you walk in there. So it's practice on your end. So that's really important. Finally, one last little note on notation. Different stats books use different notations. That's why it's not good to use another statistics book. It's also why it may not be great to ask an engineer or some math major for help, because they may learn these topics a little bit differently than the way you're learning them. But we'll have some values, we'll have some sub-values underneath them to designate 1 and 2, or A and B, or X and Y in this case. And that'll go on throughout the semester. Please ask me if it gets confusing for you. Rounding. Let's talk about rounding real quickly. If we're going to round in this class, we will round to 2 or 3 digits always. Remember, if you're rounding to 3 digits, then it's only the 4th digit that matters. Since this is an 8 here and this is a 5, we'd round up. If we're rounding to 3 digits, it's only this one that matters. You don't round this up to 5 and then round this up. So you ignore all these values right here, and this would stay 5.854.